morning, we are staying on top of developing news as police in New London continue to search for a suspect in a deadly shooting. This all happened near Moore and Montauk Avenues yesterday evening. Your reporter Marcy Jones live right outside of New London Police Headquarters. Marcy, do investigators even know what led up to this?
Good morning, Kate. Well, that's exactly what police are trying to piece together at this moment in time. Currently, investigators are only saying that they believe this was a targeted act and not random. According to the New London Police Department, officers responded to the area of 22 Moore Avenue just after 6:15 Tuesday evening for reports of shots fired. When officers arrived, they discovered an adult male suffering from gunshot wounds in his torso. The man was rushed to the hospital for medical treatment, but unfortunately did not survive his injuries. Now, I just spoke with a detective who confirmed they currently do not have anybody in custody. However, you're asked to call police immediately if you have any information about this deadly incident. Your reporter in New London, Marcy Jones, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.